Okay, on the millennium year of the King John Howard years. Today we're going to be, hopefully, I found a few jemmies still remaining of, these are the actual Mount Compass Nankita Road peaks on there. I don't know how close I can get, but you may be, I'll try and touch the lens, how about that? And see if it focuses on there, sort of thing. Anyway, there's a few pigs still in there from the collection on the 1st of May. We're now into about, I think, the 2nd of June. Don't quote me on that one though. And yeah, hang on, maybe we can... There's a few green ones still in there. And I said what we've learned is don't immerse them totally in paraffin, you know, just, you know, well you do, but then you tip the rest of it out, so you leave this sort of like a tube like that where it's still semi-breathable. But anyway, I've decided I'm going to set up some new containers and have a go at putting these in. I don't know, let's see, where's the placement? Down there somewhere. Down here somewhere. And stage one is to get the packaging, of course, and set some pigs up in here. And what I'm going to do, it's just going to be plain sand with a daub or divot of bottom lambs rhodium in the centre of the 4 times nitrogen fixation formulation sort of thing. If I can get these things off. Oh, no wonder they've got sellotape. Sometimes they put a bit of sellotape in these things. Doesn't have to be too flash. The first stage is to get that out. Next stage is to find your scissors, which are still here, and to cut. You know, what you want to do is basically cut away to the edge as close as you can, but not too close, because if you get too close, things can fall out the bottom. Once we get onto the fly wire stage. Now this shouldn't take you too long, but I'm not using the I've lost the scissors that I normally am used to, so you know it might not be as flash as I'm used to doing, but anyway, we'll give it a go. And it shouldn't take you too long to do this, but I'm just sort of, with the other scissors, you can, I've got a feeling of pushing against the sides to get just the right cut, but with this one, and that's what you're trying to avoid, is that little cut. You know, some of them we do that, but you know, anyway, and you might want to just sort of try and clear it up a bit, but that's wasting time. Basically, that'll do you. You know, that will stop the things from falling out. Okay, and I'll just get a bit of fly wire from the shed, which I should have done earlier. Sometimes some things aren't quite in the place you think they are. Anyway, this is basically fly wire. I don't know if most tropical countries would know this. There's all sorts of different types. There's metal ones, there's aluminium ones, you know, stainless steel ones, there's even brass ones, which are really nice if you want to make a greenhouse. And if you use the brass ones, you can use them to shatter raindrops or something, so you can cover your pygmies or something, and stop the water droplets from yeah, moving things about. But then again, the charcoal covering does just the same sort of thing. So basically you just want to go over the base there, something like that. Let's see if I am actually, yeah, there we go, we are in screen. I'm not talking off screen and anything. Well, I can't see anything, I can't see anything. Okay, and you just sort of, you can just get this started. Yeah, so the scissors aren't as sharp as my other ones. I thought I'd left them in the car, but this is plastic impregnated fiberglass, so it may get a little bit stiff after about 10 years, as you do, but yeah, it's still quite flexible, and it will sit snugly in the thing. And if you do have one from a much larger pot that you want to cut down in like 10 years time, just run it under the hot tap at 60 degrees, because most hot water that comes out the hot tap is about 60 degrees. Or just get your jug with water near, well, it's usually about 98 degrees or something when it comes out the jug, and just put it on the concrete and pour it over the flywheel on the concrete. Make sure it's good concrete, it's not going to explode or something and send a shard of concrete into your eye or something. See, I'm having trouble with this. Normally I just go straight round, so you know, it's a bit finicky. I think I may even have to go in and get some more. If I can't do it quickly, I'll have to go in and get another pair of scissors. But anyway, it doesn't have to be too flash, as we say. Okay, that's basically stage 2. One was cutting the thing at the bottom, and that's stage 2. And you know, it doesn't have to be too flash. Okay, the next stage is to get your bit of tissue paper that's got, here it is, and do the same again, mainly to stop any sand or anything falling out the bottom. Eventually this will rot, but it will take a little bit of time. It's like with newspaper, it takes an inordinate amount of time to actually decay, the longer than you think it would. But anyway, we'll sort of, and of course I'll probably have trouble with this as well because the scissors aren't sharp. Not so good scissors. Is that a bit loose, is it? I need to tighten a few bolts up there. No, anyway, so you just go around here, sort of thing, and usually your flywheel will fall out the bottom or something while you're trying to do this or something, and fall on the floor and give you a little bit of hassle like that. But anyway, that will basically fit in there like that. So it's quite fairly quick, you know, you can do all this in about 20 minutes basically. So that's that bit there. Now next stage, if we're doing this, normally I'll be doing 2 at a time. You want to get some sand. It's best to use some damp sand, and then you just want to fill it up, sort of thing, about halfway, maybe a bit, about 2.5 handfuls. You know, as I said, it's a sort of do it by eye sort of system. And of course it's going to settle down when it gets a bit wet, so you know, you want to fill it just slightly over halfway, so when it settles down it'll be roughly halfway sort of thing. And then of course you remember you're going to be putting your little divot of bottomland rhodium in there. Now there's 2 ways I'm thinking of doing the bottomland rhodium. A central divot, you know, like of 10 cubic centimeters. That's basically what that size of spoon is. It's a 10 cubic, if it's level it's 10 cubic centimeters. Either in the centre, then you can try and get your pygmies around the outside. I think, well, the space, if it's still hot in there, your pygmies being so small, though they are quite tough, may get burnt or something like that sort of thing, as it matures and fixes nitrogen from the atmosphere sort of thing. Whereas the other alternative way, although it doesn't look as you know, choice, is to put it on one side, so you've got a much wider space for the hot thing to radiate out from, sort of thing. So you can have it generally all the way along the side here and in different levels, and you can also then test, you know, how sensitive they are to the hot bottomland rhodium sort of thing as it matures and fixes nitrogen from the atmosphere. As I said, with this formulation, I'm hoping we're getting up to between 3 and 4 times nitrogen free. So in other words, this formulation is I suppose the holy grail that we've all been searching for. Is basically it's mineral peat. So you just got sand, mineral peat. Never have to buy peat ever again. Simple, quick, and as I said, just like one spoon of 10 cubic centimeters. I mean, that's fairly cheap per pot, sort of thing. You know, for these sort of things. And you probably do it for things like capensis and other small sponges and things. But we'll test it out over the coming months, sort of thing. Okay, well that's basically stage 1. I'll do another pot because I usually like to have 2 of these on a foam brick, which we'll show you in another clip. Okay, over and out for now.